Welcome back to another practice of Chair Yoga Plus. We're going to sit about the middle of our chair with our feet on the earth. Now, if your feet don't comfortably press into the earth, you could put a blanket under your feet. And we're going to bring our hands at our side, mountain in the chair. Let's roll the shoulders down our back, lift through the sternum, and turn the palms forward and back. And then extend one arm up and one arm down. And then release. So today we're going to use our limbs, our legs, our arms, and even our head to deepen our stretches today. One arm down, one arm up. Pull the belly in and then down. Let's rest the hands for a moment. Take a couple of breaths. Check in and make sure that you're breathing into your lower ribs. But the breath can be natural, not holding, not forcing it, just let it flow. And as you inhale, you feel an expansion, and as you exhale, it releases. So we're going to take our hands behind our head. So interlace and have your thumbs down. I hope you can see my thumbs there. And then we're going to place them at the very base of the head and rest the head against the palms. And then from here, we're going to lift up ever so slightly. So the chin stays tucked and we get a beautiful stretch through the back of the neck. And then just release it for a little bit. Coming around front here. Again, lift, hold. Doesn't seem like much, but it's a beautiful stretch. Press your head back into the hands. And then release it. Sitting tall, nice resting of the head here. We turn to one side and back to center and turn to the other. Keep the elbows out to the side as we work through the core, warming up here. And then back to center and release the arms down and just kind of roll around. Shift side to side here. And then we'll lift one leg out front and bring it in and down. Other leg up and out. So you can see I lift first and then extend the leg. Doesn't have to be high. A little work in the knees and in the hips, in the toes. Maybe spread the toes here. All the way down through the leg limbs here. And release. And then we're going to turn to one side of the chair and step a leg out to the side and the other leg, step it back into our lunge in the chair here. And adjust, bring this foot in, bend that outside knee. And just sit tall here for a moment. Check in with your body. Make sure you feel secure. You can hold on to the chair. We're going to take it to a little movement. So we're going to reach out and then come back in and look over our shoulder. Reach out. And I invite you to stay with this. I'm going to add on. I'm going to take that back leg, press into the ball of the foot so the leg starts to straighten a little. And as I bend over that side leg and reach, I get this long, beautiful line from head, hand to toe, and back in again. Let's try it again. Reach and back in. Pushing the leg and the arm in opposite directions. You'll hear me say that a lot today. Opposite directions, getting that deeper, deeper stretch. And then bring it in, step the foot in and pivot to the front. And maybe rock side to side here a little bit. Check in with your breath. And when you're ready, we're going to take it to the other side. So again, we step one foot to the side of the chair. Outside leg goes back. You can have a slight bend We reach forward and back. Just work the upper body first. Find that stretch. And then if you want, you can add that leg so the leg pushes back and straight. I think of it as a lift, the thigh lifting back. But here again, our focus is on extending the limbs in opposite directions. So however that works for you, you do that here and now. Keeping the breath even. Let the breath move you. Inhale as you expand and reach. Exhale, come on back. And then release the leg and pivot to the front of the chair. And once again, just kind of release in the chair here. So I'm going to stand. I invite you to join me in standing or stay in the chair and do the poses there. So our first pose will be tall mountain. So as I stand, I bring the arms up overhead for tall mountain, extending the arms upward and the feet downward, working through the limbs all the way from foot to hand, getting a nice long stretch. And then we're going to place the palms together and bring them down in front of the heart. Expand the arms out now to the side. Palms can be up and we're just reaching out, expanding the body here. And then we bring the hands back to center and we go straight up again. And to the heart and out to the side. Back in and up. Adding on here another movement. This one is at an angle, sort of like our star pose. And then in, out to the side, and in, star pose. Star arms anyway, yeah? One more time. So we're taking them out into this big Y stretch, and then into our T stretch. And then bring it in and down. You want the feet to be slightly apart here. You could be facing your chair. You can even have one hand on the chair. We're going to soften our knees, bring our hands to our heart. And as we fold forward just a little, we're going to take the hands to the back, palms out. Rest the back of the hands here at our lower back. Bend a little bit more. And then as we come up, push through the feet, straighten the legs, and reach the arms out. And then in. Again. Forward fold. Soften the knees. Spread your arms out. Reach in opposite directions. And then back to the heart. Once again, hands to the back, we forward fold. See if you can make this movement flow without stopping. See how you can make that flow work for you. One more. And we pause with the hands at the heart and bring the feet under the hips once again. And release. So we're going to come into warrior two. So one foot is forward, we bend into that knee. Take the other foot, like in railroad tracks, straight back. And then we turn the toes out so that we feel nice and supported here. I like to think of lining my feet up with the legs of the chair. Then once you're here, one hand can be on the chair, draw up through the core as you rotate towards that back leg to a comfortable position and extend that back arm back. Now the important thing here is to support that arm with your back. So squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Good. And if you want, extend the front arm. Arms once again going in opposite directions. Think about that front knee right over the ankle, giving you a great deal of support. Hold here. And then we bring the arms up overhead, turn towards the chair, step it in to tall mountain. And then we'll do the other side. So we step back, turn the toes out, bend the front knee. Turn towards that back leg and extend that back arm. Extending it away from the body and maybe extending the front arm in the opposite direction. Keep the core engaged here. Squeeze the back to hold those arms right there. Exhale and release. Turn towards the chair. Step it in, tall mountain, and release it down. Let's do it again on each side. Stepping back, bend into the front knee. Take that arm of the leg that's in back behind you. The palm can face out, it can face down. You find a position that works for you. Knee over ankle. Core engaged, shoulders squeezing, and then we can extend the other arm in the opposite direction. And then breathe here, 3 breaths. And slowly bring the hands to the chair, turn, step it in, stretch it out in tall mountain. Other side, we step the foot back, bend into the front knee. Take the hand back, palm can be out or down. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Extend the front hand if that's possible here for you, or keep it on the chair for balance. There's always a little bit of balance in our poses. And sometimes it's good to challenge yourself. So hand down, hand up, hand down, hand up is a great way to do that. Build that sense of balance in the body. One more breath here. And then we exhale, we step towards the chair, tall mountain. Stay here, reach out to one side, reach out to the other. And then we're going to step the feet wide. Again, you can be facing the chair. I'm just going to face you here. I have a little more mat to work with. And then I'm going to make light fists and just take one arm across the body and then the other in the opposite direction. Lift the heel that you're turning away from. And again, notice you're getting a stretch from hand to foot, hand to foot. You can twist deeper. And start to shallow it out, coming forward, slow it down. And pause, heel toe those feet in to mountain pose. Take the hands out, fingertips are up, pushing in opposite directions. Now really a lot of energy in the base of the hand there. And then we make little circles. And in the other direction. And then down, roll your shoulders back, release the shoulders here. And then we'll continue to work on extending. We're going to place one hand on the chair. And we're going to lift one knee and extend the foot out. Flex the toes towards the shin. Bring it in and down. Now again, if you want to work more on your balance, your hands could be here. Takes a little thought. Belly in, shoulders back. Maybe one more. Good. Other side. Again, start with a hand on the chair. Find your balance. Maybe hover the hand. Keep your eyes straight ahead. Core engaged. Build your balance. Extend that leg. And down. Great. Hands on your hips. Let's just rock side to side here. And maybe take them into a circle. And circle in the other direction. And then come to our mountain. Tall mountain here, reach out of one side, reach out of the other. And then interlace your hands and push the palms to the sky. Then maybe take a crescent stretch with the hands touching, and then back to center and over to the other side. I like to do this every morning. It just feels so good to open up the ribs and then down, just kind of roll the shoulders and release once again. Coming back into the chair. We're going to scoot to one side. So you want to have your whole thigh in the chair. So scoot your booty back and have that leg nice and supported. And then extend the other leg out nice and long. Getting that nice stretch. It's an inner leg stretch here. So feel that. Lift the ribs. And then we could take it to gate pose by taking our hand to the chair or the thigh. Lift up. And if you feel secure here now, and nice heavy in the chair, you can lean towards that extended leg. And take it where you can. If you're here or here with straight up, that's good, because you're still opening up this side that you're bending away from. You can also take your fingertips below the knee, or you can take them out to be parallel to that top arm. Lots of things that we could do to deepen that stretch. We're going to hold wherever you're at for another breath. On an exhale, release up to center and bring the hands down. Scoot that leg in. Let's scoot all the way over to the other side. Extend one foot out, nice and long. Support yourself on the other thigh. So here we sit tall and we just start to lean towards this side extended leg, opening up in the ribs. Hand can be on the chair, the thigh, or below the knee. Shoulders back. The other arm can come up. Straight up is nice to start there. Start to feel that breath expand the ribs. The limbs are going in opposite directions. We bring it over the head. Now they're going in the same direction. See how that feels. Give it a try. If it's not for you, bring it back up. It's all good. It's all good stretch here. Breathe into it. One more breath here. And we bring the hands in, bend that knee, bring that foot in, sitting in the center of the chair, rock side to side. So we're going to open up our legs here so that the thighs are on the corners of the chair. I'm about almost all the way back in my chair here. We're going to bring one arm in front and we're going to let it dangle and circle it. And circle it in the other direction. And let's try that with the other arm. Let it dangle, let gravity take hold, and then let it pendulum swing here. And the other direction. And then we'll roll up and we'll heel toe those feet back to center. Very nice. Nice big inhale here. Hands to the heart. As the hands come down, lengthen the spine. Lifting from the bottom of your pelvic up through the back. Tuck the chin a little bit. Get that stretch in the back of the neck. And then once again, we'll expand the hands out. This time, turn the palms back, pat back. And then pat down. And pat forward. We're going to bring those fingers to our shoulders and take the elbows into a nice circle. And circle in the other direction. And then keep the fingers here if you want, or you could place them on your hips. We're going to lift one leg, extend the leg, and then opposite hand comes forward. It may not touch the toes, and that's okay. I can touch my toes, but it's not necessary. We want opposite hand, opposite leg, And then bring them both back and down. Other side. Reach, extend, and then bring it back. So we're extending our limbs here today, stretching into the muscles that hold the legs and move the legs and arms. And it's all good. Good stretch for the limbs. Each time you come back and in, lift up. Pull the belly in. Work the whole body here. And come center, feet down, circle the elbows. And circle them in the opposite direction. And then we're going to place our hands behind our head once again. And we're just going to bend to the side and then back up and bend to the other side. Start to feel it in your side ribs, what they call your oblique muscles. And now we're going to sit a little bit forward and lift the knee and bend towards that side. We're not trying to touch elbow to knee. We're just crunching into the side body. Let's try it on the other side. Back and forth. Good. How does that feel? Feels a little like work to me, but that's okay because that's what we need, right? A little work and a lot of stretch. And come down, both feet on the floor, release those hands and sit back in your chair. And we'll take the upper body into a circle here just for a little release. And the other direction. And once again, we want the feet nice and wide. We're going to drop one shoulder into the center. And today you can round the back and really drop that shoulder down. And then lift it up using the core here. Other side. Head stays lifted here. Working the upper back stretch. And of course it's connected to all the other muscles in the back. So who knows where you'll feel it. You can let me know in the comments. Where did you feel your practice today? Last one right here. And then sit tall, heel toe, heel toe. Couple cat cows. And then come to center. Pause, maybe look down and go inward and assess where you feel your practice. Breathe some energy into that part of your body. Be a witness to your practice. And then bring the hands together, rub the palms. Create that warmth. Hover it over your eyes. Closing the eyes or just once again glancing down. And on your next exhale, look into the hands, bring the hands to the heart, touch thumbs against sternum, and bow to your body for its great work today. Thank you again for joining me for Chair Yoga Plus.